Everybody, welcome back to another video. It's CJP Gaming, back with part 2 of how to make your own Mario game. So, last time we added the basics of how to move and stuff. This time we are showing you a ton of stuff. So off camera I was working on this video, part 2, and look, this is what I want to show you already, because I want to show you this. I made a lot of stuff and this is like my final result, or maybe I'll add some more soon. And then as you can see, when you jump up here, then you lose your power-up since you can't get past that. Then you go through here, then you climb up these stairs, jump, and then go through here. So then you see this Koopa, then you jump, and then do that. So, now, as you can see in this game, it's pretty casual. You get the fire flower, and then if you did not know this before, it's really cool because you could literally shoot fireballs. But when it hits the pipe, it disappears because it can't go through a pipe. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And then once you jump through here, as you know, you take the game. So now in the game, I'm going to show you how to basically, how you can die in this game, because it doesn't look like you can really die in this game, because yeah. So let's jump over here. Then now we go up the stairs, and then now in order to die you jump down here, and then you die, and then that's the end. So now, starting from the beginning, I'm going to show you how I made this. So starting off with the Goomba. So, starting off with the Goomba, when green flag clicks show, because we need it to show, get any picture, like for example, you could just search up Mario Goomba, just Mario Goomba, and then here you go, you could get a bunch of pictures of Goombas. I got one, and then now what you want to do is, as you can see, it's showing now, but as you can see, I made it move. So I'm going to show you how to move it. So, as you can see, it looks like there is literally way too much stuff going on here. So, we're going to start off with the easy parts. So I added 2 costumes. I got a GIF, which is like an animation, and then you can get like different versions. So I got different versions of moving, and then I switched it so that he would switch costumes, so then his feet would move. And then now if touching Mario, as you can see when you start the game, when you stomp on him, as you can see in the game, when you stomp on him, he falls down. So, the way he falls down is because I make him glide. So how this works is I stop the game, right? And then I put the Goomba down here, and then I take his location and put it into glide. So then he moves like one by one and he goes down. And yeah, you could just make people like glide down. So I made him glide down. And like for example, just put him right here, for example, and then put him a little down. And then you put glide 0.1 seconds. And then boom, that's how you do it. And then you just do it a bunch of times until you get all the way here. And then once you get at the bottom, just hide the Goomba. And then that is how you make the Goomba. Well, that is how you make the Goomba die. Now when green flag clicked, he needs to go to his position, set rotation style left, right, change X by -10, and then he has to wait 0. I'm going to show you how I did this. So basically, I I did, let me get this. See, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. And then now I'm going to show you how I did this. So I took change x by -10 and wait 1 second. And then I just kept on making duplicates and then just adding it and then duplicating all of these. And then if you notice, if you click on it in the game, he starts moving. Look, so if you stop, if you stop the game, look over here at the screen, and then look, when I click this coding, he starts moving. See, he starts moving, and then that's how it works. So then you just have to duplicate this a bunch of times, so then he moves. So now if you notice, you just jump over him, and then see, he just moves over here, and you could stomp on him, and then he's dead. So that's basically how the Goomba works, because he moves. So that is how you make the Goomba. All of this. Now I'm going to show you how to make the question mark block, because yeah. So starting off, if touching Mario, then switch costume. So I got 2 costumes. I made the block, and then we have the one. Well, I got the one normally, and then the one when after you hit it. And then when touching Mario, then it switches. Because it has to switch, because if it doesn't switch, then it's not going to work. So then we add that, and that works. And then switch backdrop to Mario 2. So Mario 2, basically what it does is this is the normal Mario background, and then the reason we change it, because that's the only way it works, because you have to just make a duplicate and then switch it, because if you do it without the switch, it doesn't work. Because yeah, you have to make a brand new like frame. And then when green flag clicks, switch costume to download 9. And then when backdrop switches, you don't have to add that, because I made multiple parts. Well, this is how you create the question mark block. If touching Mario, but that is not it. You gotta do this. Don't mind this when backdrop switches. Don't mind that. That doesn't count. It's just these that you have to have. And then yeah. And by the way, download 10. You don't need those. These are just the you know, the downloads that you have, that you got, because you need to get them in order for it to work. Now I'm starting with something called Hitbox. So I'm pretty sure you know what this is. Starting off with number 1. And this first one is the floor hitbox. As you can see, the whole floor is covered with a hitbox. The reason is because sometimes it glitches and then Mario falls through the floor. And we don't want that. So sometimes he used to fall on the floor. Usually there was a glitch where he fell through the floor, but now I stopped it, because with the check block, I'll tell you how to finish that later. As you can see, you hit it and the coin comes out. I'll show you how to do that too. And then see how you land? If you don't have that floor thing to protect you, then you're just gonna go through the floor. The reason is because you have this hitbox here, and then as you can see, when you jump, look, you kind of like glitch. And I also added the sound. So I just played I just saved the Mario music, and then I just put it into this game. And then see, when you hit this, see, he glitches when he lands. That's because I am making him literally like go down and stay, so he doesn't like die. So the next thing, that's the hitbox, because if you fall through the floor, then you fall into the die place where you die. So next is Hitbox 2, the one that's surrounding the whole entire checkbox. As you can see, it's this little square right here. You could see it. So this square, this square, it needs to hide because it needs to hide. And now, as you can see with Mario, I added some more stuff. Here is the moving, as you know that I showed you before. I already showed you how to do all that stuff, so we do not really need that right now. So now, if touching the hitboxes, see, when I touch the hitbox, like, I put it in the place that it's supposed to be, not the wrong place. Look. So basically, it goes. So basically, if you touch the hitbox, like for example, watch this. Hitbox 3 I added at the top, because as you can see, when you jump up here, you're supposed to get on the top, so then you could collect the coin. So now I added this hitbox. So now when you touch this hitbox, when you're trying to get to the top, it teleports you up here, so then you could get the coin. So as you can see, I also added the coin sprite at the top. So now, once you just use this, you hit it, then you jump to the top and collect the coin. Then it says you collected 1 coin. Then you continue. And then you shoot the fireballs. Yeah. And then, then you climb up here, jump, so you don't die. It's also glitchy sometimes, and then you just jump off of here, and then you hit this. And then that is the end for now, because as you see, if you go through here, then it doesn't work. And then it's pretty cool because how I made it, you cannot move while you do it, or else then it glitches. So yeah. So now I'm gonna tell you how to make this checkbox, because I didn't finish. So when Mario, so you have to make a bunch of these hitboxes surrounding every place. So as you can see, now I'm going to show you what these hitboxes mean. So see, when Mario jumps up, he goes literally inside of the box like this, and we do not want that. So we make this hitbox, so then when he hits this, then when he touches this, I'm basically adding the coding to show that he is supposed to fall down. So look, if you go through the coding, there's a lot of stuff here. And then for example, it says when touching this. See, when you touch this, it says to like put you down here. See, look. When you touch this, see, you're supposed to go through it normally because it doesn't work. And then now this makes sure that you don't go through it, and it makes sure that once you hit it, then it teleports you down, so then you don't go through it, and then you fall back down. So yeah, that's how it works. So now, you're probably wondering why I added the square hitbox though, because it doesn't really mean anything. So now this is hitbox 2. So now, when you touch hitbox 2, then it makes you go down, because that's also when you go through inside of this place, because it just extra protection so you don't get stuck inside here. And yeah. And now hitbox 3. Hitbox 3 is very important because it's the one that takes you to the top of the question mark block. So when you touch this block, it teleports you up here. So then you can get the coin, and then it counts. And then, yeah. And you're probably wondering why I have one on the side right here. This one is hitbox 1. This was the first hitbox I originally made because the Mario kept on going through the side, and I did not want that, so then I took that out. So now hitbox 1, like when you touch the side, now it just takes you straight to this hitbox, which takes you straight here. And then once you get that, this is collected, as you can see, when touching Mario, then set coins to 1. And then, yeah, that's how it works, basically. So, yeah, that is basically how the check mark blocks work. Now, I'm going to get into the Fire Mario, because as you saw before, I literally used Fire Mario, and I literally became Fire Mario. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. So once you get into this level, see you're Fire Mario, and then somehow you start shooting literal fireballs. And you're probably like, how is this even possible? So it's possible because the way I made the Goomba move before, like how I added the Goomba moving is that. So it's basically how I made the Goomba move. I just make it so that it like glides through. So now I'm gonna show you if you don't understand what I'm saying. So basically, the fireball, once you shoot it out. Alright, wait, let's just let me make a demonstration. Alright. So for example, I'm just gonna demonstrate. For example, let's pretend that this is the fireball. So the fireball, this is not actually the fireball. So let's pretend you shoot it and then it goes here. So and then you want it to like go through the air. So then you put glide 1 second to this area. And then look. And then you wanna glide. So now when you go over here, see, it glides. It glides from anywhere to the straight place. It's actually sick that it can like glide like that, because it can just glide to this place. And then if you want, you could say, so you just put it here, and then you say that you want it to glide to the end, which is over here. So then you start over here, and then you shoot it out, for example, and then boom, it goes to the end. And then once it gets to the end, you hide it. So yeah, that's basically how the fireball works. I just used the gliding effect to make it glide, because look, it literally moves automatically. It's like being able to move stuff. So yeah, that's basically how it works. You can just like throw stuff around with the gliding ability. That's how you make the fireball. So now you're also probably wondering something else, because as you see over here, if you try and go through, as you see here, the Goomba, we can go through it, but look, once we go through it, you cannot go back. See, you can go through it, but you cannot go back. Now I'm going to show you how I made it so that you cannot go back, because some of you guys probably don't know how I just did that. So, as you can see, I have some hitboxes here. So this one, first you have to change everyone's ghost effect by 25, and then now you need to make them stick out like this. So then when Mario moves there, like it can literally turn invisible, so you can't even see it, because you just set the ghost up and then you cannot go back. And then you just take it out a little bit, as much as you want. I'm going to take it over here, and then I'm going to, yeah, so that's how it's going to work. Accidentally moved the pipe. So let's do this, and then we're going to take this just like, and then we're just going to do that. And then if you want to do this easier, then just take the hitboxes and then just do this. And then once you do that, you just put the hitboxes, you take them away, and then you do this. So look, you place the pipe down, put the piranha inside, and then you put this where you want it, and then you put this where you want it. And then at that point, so as you can see, this is sprite 3, sprite 2, and 3. So now I'm going to show you how this works. So basically, this is pretty simple because I really showed it to you before. So I basically make it that once you touch this, it sends you back over here. So for example, now I try and go through it, but it takes me back. And then I try and go through this, and then it takes me back. That's basically how it works. And then you make it so that if you touch this, then you make the character go to a certain position that's not here, because you don't want it to just go through. And then I also made it so that when you touch this piranha, as you can see, I don't want to just be standing on this, because I don't want to just be standing on this like a weirdo, just standing on a piranha. Because as you know, in Mario, you can't just stand on a piranha and just dance on it or something. It does damage. So now this is sprite 1. So basically how I made it work is like the same thing as the other one. When you touch this, you make it so that you go to a certain position out of it. And then I make it so that if Fire Mario touches this, then real Mario teleports over here, because I have different sprites. Like Fire Mario is over here. His name is Mario 2. And then I made his controls with WASD. And then I also made everything for him too. And then look, if he touches, so Fire Mario. Alright, now let me show you how this works. So let's just jump on this guy real quick. We go through. So look, you get the fire flower, and now we're gonna stop. So look, so basically you run over here, and let's say that you jump over here into the piranha. So now I say when you jump into this, then switch the backdrop to backdrop 3. And then if you don't know what backdrop 3 is basically in the exact same copy of the exact same backdrop. So you switch it from backdrop 2 to backdrop 3. So then when you switch it from backdrop 2 to backdrop 3, then when backdrop 3 arrives, then you make Fire Mario disappear, and then you make the small Mario appear right here where the Goomba is. So then it looks like you took the damage, and then real Mario was standing over here. Once Fire Mario stepped here, then real Mario went down here. And then now I'm going to show you how I made different stages, because as you can see, you go through here, and then it just is like this. And then now you just went to a whole different board, and you can't go back. And how you just did that? You're probably like, how did you do that? So now I'm going to tell you how I did it. As you can see, look, it is impossible to go through with the barriers. See the barriers? When you make these barriers, it is impossible to do this. See, you can't get past. And then look, see, and then you can't go back with Mario, and then you have to go to the next one, and then you go up the stairs, and then if you fall down, you die. So I'm going to tell you how I made this falling down part. So as you can see, I made the hitboxes so you could climb up the stairs. So it's basically that if, look. First, let's take Mario. Let's get him to the stage. Not the stage, the next part. So we take him and we use the Mario fire effect. just get ourselves over here. And then now we go up these stairs. See how we get up these stairs so fast? Now I'm going to show you. So basically, see these hitboxes? See this one with 2 lines up here? When Mario touches this, I teleport him to this stair. And then once you walk over to this, you teleport up to this stair. And then once you walk to this, you teleport up to this stair. So it's basically like you walk on this, then you teleport up here, then you walk on this, then you teleport to here. Then you walk on this, then you teleport to here. And then here is how this works. If Mario, he jumps and he touches this. So if you land over here, then if you touch this, it just teleports you down the stairs right here. But now I'm going to show you how you fall. Because if you jump, see this, and then, alright, so this, see, you can't just be floating in the air like that. That's not how it works. So this is Sprite 5. So look, when Mario is touching this, now, once again, I'm going to show you these magic tricks. It's not really magic tricks, it's just basically a simple thing that you can do in Scratch that is awesome. So, as you know, this is our sprite right here, Sprite 5. And then you go to the coding, and then go to when Mario touches, like, for example, like Sprite 5. As you can see, you have a lot of sprites here because you have to touch all the sprites. And then, once you touch Sprite 5, we gotta find it because there's a lot of stuff in here. As you can see, look, there's a lot of stuff. And if you touch Sprite 5, then yeah. So Sprite 5. Well, I'm just gonna tell you because I can't find it, but I'm gonna tell you. So see, when you touch this, it's once again the magic of gliding. So when Mario touches this, what I did is I went to motion and I go to gliding, and then I put him to go down here as low as he can go. Glide 1 second and then hide. So then when you touch this, see, when you touch this, he glides and then he hides. See, look, look. He glides to the down here, and then he hides once he's at the bottom, because that's how it works. So next thing that you are gonna do, you get to the next board, and then, so this is how you make the next board, by the way. So you start the game. See, there's this little line on the edge. See this little line? I made this line. So then this sprite, it basically teleports you to the next level. So as you can see, I just put a straight line. And then basically, when Mario touches this, then it teleports him to the next levels. Look, see? So, look, he kills the Goomba, right? And then he goes over here, right? And then he gets the coin and stuff, you know. He gets the coin. Then you touch this line and then boom, you're in the next level. And then if you want to know how, like, you touch the fire flower and then you become Fire Mario, that is also pretty simple. So you have the fire flower here. And then when Mario touches the fire flower, then you broadcast fire flower. Then you make a broadcast called fire flower, and then when Mario receives it, then he hides. Little Mario hides when he receives that. and then when he receives a broadcast, yeah. So I didn't tell you how to make those yet. So broadcast, you go to broadcast, you go to new message, type whatever you want, and then you could do this thing that says, like, when I receive this, and then you could choose. So then when little Mario receives that, he, like, the fire flower, then he hides, and then Mario, the Fire Mario, shows. So let's rename this to Fire Mario. And that is basically how you make your own Mario game with a ton of extra stuff. But that is not it, because the last thing that I have to show you today is over here. So let's just run through the game real quick. I don't recommend doing this in the actual game. So let's go through here. So just jump up these stairs, run through, then go through here. So now you can see that there's a nice little Koopa, and then you jump on him, and then literally somehow you jump on him, and then he turns into a shell, and then he literally just goes away. So this is again possible with gliding. So then basically, I'm going to show you how this works. It's pretty easy. So look. Alright, so let's stop this again next to the Koopa. So just don't mind this. This does not matter, right? This is not part of it. This is just that's just one of the hitboxes. So don't mind that. That's just one of the hitboxes. So then when Mario, he jumps on top, for example, you jump on top of this Koopa. Then the Koopa, he switches his costume to the shell version once you jump on him. And then I put Mario, look. So first you jump on him and he turns into the shell. And then, as you know, when you turn into the shell in Mario, when you jump on the shell, it spins away. So when you jump on the shell, it like spins away in Mario games. So then, in order to make that, so see, Mario, he jumps on here, and then what happens is then he glides up here. And then he glides down here. And then once you do that, basically, see, he jumps up. Look, he jumps up and then he lands on the Koopa. Look, see, it's basically, look, he jumps up when you press that. He like jumps up when you press that. See, he like jumps up when you press that, he jumps up. And then when the Koopa shell is there, then he jumps on the Koopa shell. And then when Mario finishes doing that, then, so you wait 1 second, and 1 second is how long it takes for Mario to finish doing that. So you do wait 0.5 seconds to do one, and then 0.5 seconds to do another one, because 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1 second. So then if you put both of them to 0.5, then in total it takes 1 second. And then once it says 1 second, then the Koopa basically just glides over. Basically the Koopa just glides over there, and then he dies. So that's the last thing for this video. This is showing you how to create your own Mario game with effects like this and stuff like that, and how to make all that stuff. Showing you how to make this stuff is very cool. So yeah, this is a tutorial of how to make your own Mario game. I hope you liked the tutorial, because this is the end of the tutorial, and I'll make a new tutorial, and that tutorial is coming soon. And that tutorial will be on just how to make your very own custom game without any practice or anything. Anyway, bye.